I struggled in high school with depression and suicidal thoughts. It was from car accidents. People knew that something was just different about me. I was spacey, I had difficulty concentrating. My parents would later say that they often wondered if I was somewhere on the autism spectrum, but back in the 80s, that really wasn't like a thing yet. That's when first I got put on one medication and then added another and a third and a fourth, and I was like, wait a minute, they keep adding more medication and we're not getting anywhere. My life was kind of a mess. I had been misdiagnosed with type 2 bipolar, but I had 4 failed attempts at a bachelor's degree, and I was told I would never get a bachelor's degree, never be financially independent, I would never ever become a counselor, and I would never ever get off psych meds. I was told, here, take these meds for life, your brain doesn't work right anymore. That's what other doctors told me. I just got in a car accident. I woke up in physical pain one day and I decided to go to the chiropractor, not knowing that that would be the beginning of my miracle story right there. I stepped into my chiropractor's office and he started asking me the right questions. What type of brain injury did you have? Were you shaking around? Did you hit your head? And he said, well, if you do what I'm asking you to do, you may be able to get off some or all of your medications. And compared to being told that my brain didn't work right anymore, that was hope right there. So I started doing the paleo diet, exercise, chiropractic, multivitamins, and fish oil. And that right there was enough to get me off the medications that were wrongly prescribed. That's ultimately what got me to come to Amen Clinics. I actually started doing some of Amen Clinics' method. Initially it was a little overwhelming because they give you what to do. So I went home that day and cleaned out my pantry. I started taking fish oil and multivitamins. I started to see improvement right away. Now I'm not against medications, I'm just against them being prescribed without looking first. When I got my scan, I actually thought it would prove that I never had bipolar, and it did prove that. You can see damage to literally most areas of the brain. We have to do this one little bit of thing at a time. When I got my bachelor's degree, I actually did write a card to that former psychiatrist that I had that told me that my brain didn't work right anymore. I wrote a note in 2015, signed it Kathleen Weathers, Bachelor of Science. And I wrote another one in 2019, Kathleen Weathers, Master of Arts. They'll be getting another letter here in about a year. I met Dr. Amen at the American Association of Christian Counselors conference. And they're like, Dr. Amen, you have to hear her story. And he said, I'm talking about brain injuries today. He goes, can I tell your story? And he told my story. The follow-up scan, I almost cried. Happy tears. I knew there had been improvement, but I honestly didn't realize just how much improvement there had been. And I'm like, that was awesome. We need to be looking at brain function in order to diagnose and treat mental health issues, brain health issues, as Dr. Amen calls it, because it is a brain health issue. I get people that sometimes don't believe my story, but now I can show them a picture and say, this is the deal. If anyone is struggling with traumatic brain injuries or hard to treat other brain health issues, I definitely recommend Amen Clinics. I definitely recommend that they get somebody to look at the blood flow to their brain because, I mean, it works. My brain is proof. You can change your brain and your life and accomplish your goals, and I'm proof of that.